Yo, what it do, everybody? This is your boy Juggernaut 097, and welcome back to another episode of the Juggernaut Show. So today we are here to talk about WWE Backlash for 2023. Now, before I get started with this review, I'm going to roll that intro. So go grab your drinks, go grab your food, go to the bathroom really quick if you need. Hopefully your phone's charged, hopefully your computer's charged, so you watch the whole video. So if you need to do anything before we get started with this review, go do that right now, because I'm going to roll the intro and we'll be right back to review WWE Backlash for 2023. So see you guys in a few moments. Okay, we are back, and we're here to talk about WWE Backlash for 2023. So, also, I'm going to share the video out while people are rolling into my chat here. So let me go share the video really quick, and people can give their thoughts on what they thought of Backlash. And Backlash was on Saturday night, which was May 6th, 2023, and it was held from Puerto Rico. So I'm gonna share the video out really quick. So yeah, you guys, while you guys are rolling in the chat, you guys can, and also you guys can share the video as well, and go follow me on all my social media platforms. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the True JSB. Once again, it's at the True JSB. So definitely go follow me on all my social media platforms. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm on the road to 600 subscribers, so definitely do that. But yeah, I'm going to share this really quick, and then we will review Backlash. So yeah, I got that shared. So Backlash 2023, like I said, it was held from Puerto Rico on this past Saturday. Overall, I thought it was a very enjoyable show. Like, the crowd reactions during the whole night were amazing. Like, I think it's been 18 years since WWE has done the pay-per-view over in Puerto Rico, because the last one they did was back in 2005 for New Year's Revolution, and that was a hot crowd. And this was a hot crowd here as well. Like, you know what WWE needs to go moving forward? They need to go to like these hungry markets that want to see WWE. Because man, it was fun watching the show. Like, I enjoyed it. I had to go back and watch some of the matches again, to kind of refresh myself. But man, it was a very enjoyable show overall. There's a few things I probably would have changed, like some of the match structuring. I probably would have changed a few of the matches, the way they went down. But there wasn't really anything that was like really anything boring. I mean, there was one match that kind of dragged on a little too long, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. But everything else was pretty solid on the show. So let's waste some time. Let's get started with this review. And also, we got Everything Pro Wrestling in the chat. It says, "Yo, what's up, Everything Pro Wrestling? Yo, definitely go check out Everything Pro Wrestling's YouTube channel. He does a lot of great content about wrestling as well. He does a lot of AEW stuff. He does a lot of pay-per-view predictions. He does Clash of the Podcasts. He does a lot of AEW content, like I said. So definitely go check out Everything Pro Wrestling. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the first match of the night, which we had was the Raw Women's Championship match. Bianca Belair was defending the title against Io Sky. And he says, Backlash was amazing. I agree. It was a good show. Was it the best pay-per-view of the year? I mean, it's debatable. I mean, I don't think it was the best pay-per-view of the year, but I mean, it's up there, though. I enjoyed it. Like, just for the crowd reactions, alone was great. But yeah, so we had Bianca Belair defending the Raw Women's Championship against Io Sky. And this was probably, I put this up here with like my second best women's match of the year behind probably Rhea and Charlotte from WrestleMania, because that match was great from WrestleMania. But yeah, this match is like a close second here. Both women worked really great together in this match. Um, Io Sky, she was really working on uh, Bianca Belair's arm a lot throughout the match. There was one point where Bianca Belair, she was trying to do like a military press, and like she did like with one arm. And Io Sky, she kind of landed on her face kind of awkwardly, which was kind of weird. I didn't like that spot that much. Like it looked like she could have got really hurt. Um, what else? I mean, Io Sky, she was hitting some nice spots. She did a really nice. Uh, you said Rhea and Charlotte match of the year. Yeah, definitely the best match of the year for at least the women go. At least the women for me. But Io Sky, she hit a nice breathtaking moonsault to the outside of the ring throughout in the match. Um, there was a lot of big moves from Bianca Belair. She had a nice power bomb from the second rope. That was pretty nice in the match. We even saw Damage Control come out. Bailey and Dakota Kai. They tried helping Io Sky win the title and like cost Bianca Belair. There was one point where it was Bailey. She had Bianca's like ponytail, and the referee saw it. So she was trying to hide it, but the referee ended up seeing. Um, and then it was like Io. She was getting ready to go for like the moonsault off the top rope, but Bianca moved out of the way and ended up hitting the KOD to retain the Raw Women's Championship. Um, Overall, like I said, I thought it was a really good match, and the crowd was like really behind Io Sky here, and they were kind of booing Bianca Belair, which I kind of get the reason why she's kind of getting some of this hate, because like, LOL, Bianca wins again. She's kind of becoming like a John Cena of the women's division, like where she keeps on winning regardless. Like she's beating these three women, on her own. It's like she gets beaten up like throughout the whole match, and then she ends up coming back and ends up winning. So I kind of understand it. It's more like the grown-ups that are kind of more like the older adults that are kind of booing Bianca. And people are saying, "Oh, maybe they should turn Bianca Hill," which I don't really agree with turning her heel right now because um, I mean she's doing some really good stuff and like she's putting on great matches in the ring. But maybe she might start getting some more personality with her because maybe Vince was booking her like the way he perceived Bianca Belair. So maybe Triple H has more control now. Maybe he like has her, maybe Bianca's like the NXT Bianca Belair, where she had a little more attitude. I wouldn't mind seeing a little more attitude out of Bianca Belair. That'd be pretty nice. But a lot of the kids, a lot of the little kids and the girls like look up to her. Like they're whipping their hair and stuff. So I understand keeping her face because, like I said, she's like a John Cena of the women's division. And I have a feeling that the crowds, over these like when they go to like new cities and stuff, different cities, I feel like the crowds are going to be cheering Io Sky more now. I think Io Sky is definitely going to be. I feel like Damage Control eventually is going to be breaking up, and I would love to see this feud maybe continue more with like Bianca and Io because man, that was just an amazing match Backlash. Which this was, I would have started off with the Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes match, which I mean, yeah, that's the match I would have started with first here. But overall, I thought this was a good opener. Still, it was a good match. And then the next match that we're going to be talking about is so we had Seth freaking Rollins going up against Omos. So, there was barely any build up on this card, like for this match here. Barely any build up for this match at all. But when you watch the video package, it looks like they've been feuding for a good 3 to 4 weeks. Like WWE, they do some amazing work with their video packages. Like if you weren't watching weekly television, you would think, oh yeah, they've probably been feuding for a while. But no, they only have one segment together and that's all. But yeah, kind of going into this match, I really wasn't looking forward to it as much. But they were actually doing some pretty good stuff with Omos here, kind of making him look dominant. He wasn't having to sell as much in this match because he doesn't sell the greatest. He's still trying to get better at that. So he kind of stayed in his own comfort zone here. They made him look pretty strong here. Rollins he got let's see what we got here. So I can't believe Omos kicked out of Seth Rollins' stomp. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that here in a minute here. Yeah, so Seth Rollins, he was trying to hit Omos with all of his big moves. I mean, there was one point where Rollins he tried what was it? He tried hitting a stomp and then Omos kind of like reversed it or like he didn't get stomped into the ground. What else do we have in here? I mean, there were some points where Rollins was just getting beat up around ringside, getting thrown into the ring post and all that. I mean, they made Omos look pretty strong here. I gotta give that. Like, I'm not a big Omos fan, but I'm not an Omos phobe. I'm definitely not an Omos phobe here. So they were doing pretty good with him in this match here. But yeah, Rollins, he eventually hits another curb stomp in the match. But then Omos kicks out of that. And Seth Rollins, he's trying to figure out what to do next. And he ends up going to the top rope and hitting a super stomp off the top rope to end up winning the match, which was the right move. Because if it looks like Seth Rollins, he's going to be winning the new World Heavyweight Championship. They need to make him look strong going into this tournament, which he is the one who's going to be going to Night of Champions later on this month here, like the end of May. He's going to be going to face whoever is like the winner on SmackDown, which is really weird. I'm not a fan of doing like a Raw versus SmackDown because this is supposed to be a Raw exclusive title. Like there shouldn't be, and this is really even a tournament. Like I don't know, WWE just screwed up with this draft and stuff. Like I'm really not a big fan of that, but yeah, I just kind of became I kind of became like an Omos fan a little bit in this match here. But then, like Omos, he never wins these big matches. Like they need to start doing something different with Omos if they want to make him look credible. Like they need to have him start winning these like pay-per-view matches and stuff. Because every time he gets put in all these big matches, but he ends up losing all of them. Like he lost to Brock, he lost to Seth here. I don't know who he faced at Chamber. Was he in the Chamber match? I don't remember. But overall, it was definitely a solid match. It went on longer than I expected to as well. It went on like 10 and a half minutes. So, like I said, it went on longer than I was expecting. But overall, like I said, it was a good match. And then the next match we had was the United States Championship on the line. We had Austin Theory defending the title against Bronson Reed and Bobby Lashley. Okay, so this match was kind of a typical, WWE triple threat match. I like the stuff that Bronson Reed and Bobby Lashley were doing here. It was pretty nice work that they were doing. There was one spot that Bronson Reed he hit this big splash on Bobby Lashley on the outside of the ring. That was nice in the match. Bobby Lashley, he was hitting some pretty big spots in this match. He had a spear on Austin Theory. Austin Theory ended up kicking out of that. Bronson Reed, he could move for a big man. Like he hit a pretty nice moonsault in the match. So that was pretty nice. I'm trying to figure out. It was I'm pretty sure it was Bobby Lashley. He hit a spear on I'm trying to remember. He ended up hitting a spear on Bronson Reed. And then Austin Theory ended up like taking Bobby Lashley outside the ring, throw him outside the ring, and basically picking up the scraps like in my predictions I predicted to happen. Theory to just come in and pick up the scraps and end up retaining his title. Well, overall, it was a good match, and he's taking the U.S. title over to the Blue brand over to Friday nights, which I think is pretty cool because I like that the U.S. title is going back to SmackDown. Because I used to love when it was on SmackDown, but yeah, good match here. And then the next match we had was the SmackDown Women's Championship on the line. So we had Rhea Ripley defending the title against Zelina Vega, which she's she's from Puerto Rico. The fans were really behind her. She had that. She had a pretty cool attire that she was wearing. Representing Puerto Rico, and she had the flag. It was pretty cool. I mean, I'm happy for Zelina Vega. She got this big moment here. But yeah, there was no way that Zelina Vega was going to win this match here. Um, but no, I mean, this was a fun match. There was one point in the match where Zelina Vega, she had a flip flop, and I don't know the whole story behind like why she threw the flip flop. I don't understand that at all. Like if it's a Puerto Rican like heritage or something like that. I don't know. Like Michael Cole was talking about it on commentary, but I just don't understand. So she ends up like throwing a sandal or like a flip flop at Rhea Ripley in the match. Like the crowd was so behind Zelina Vega here. Um, I mean, Zelina, she was hitting a lot of paying a lot of homage to Rey Mysterio in this match. She hit a 619. Then she even hit a meteor off the top rope. Kind of paying homage to Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. Those are some people that she looked up to. When she was watching wrestling and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Rhea Ripley, but Rhea Ripley ends up retaining by hitting the Riptide to retain the title. It's no surprise here that she won. And after the match, the Puerto Rican crowd, they just gave Zelina Vega, a big ovation. They really cheered her. So who knows? Maybe they might start to give Zelina Vega a bigger push. Maybe they might give her some bigger matches on. Because I'm pretty sure she's going to. Yeah, she's on SmackDown. Yeah, so hopefully they give her some more opportunities on SmackDown stuff because she's really good in the ring. I mean, she really showed what she could do in the ring. But it was definitely a solid match here, nonetheless. So now we'll move on to the next match, which we had was the Puerto Rican Street Fight, which I think they should have switched. They should have changed like the match structure for these last 3 matches. So I think they should have put this for the main event, and then they should have kept. They should keep the Bloodline and Matt Riddle, KO, and Sami Zayn. They should keep that match where it is. But I was saying put this match as the main event, and if you wanted to, you could put the Brock and Cody match in this spot because this match definitely deserved to be the main event. I mean, the crowd was so hot for this match. I mean, earlier in the night we saw who was it? Salvia Vega. He handed a candlestick, like a Puerto Rican like style candlestick, to Bad Bunny in the match to use. So I thought that was pretty cool. But when Bad Bunny did his entrance, they were singing his theme song, singing that Booker T theme song. Everybody was behind Bad Bunny here. Like I don't think there was one Damian Priest fan in the crowd. Maybe there were a few, but yeah, everybody was so behind Bad Bunny here. This was definitely a fun match. Bad Bunny, he was hitting some pretty good spots in this match. So Bad Bunny was targeting the leg of Damian Priest. Oh yeah, most definitely. He was going after the leg of Damian Priest a lot throughout the match. Most definitely. Yeah, he was definitely targeting that leg. Bad Bunny, he was hitting Damian Priest with the kendo stick a lot throughout the match. They even fought in the crowd. Bad Bunny, he hit a what was it? Not the Falcon. Did he hit Falcon Zero? He hit a Michinoku driver right at the beginning of the match. I thought that was pretty cool. Like it shook Damian Priest up a little bit. And then later on, they fought in the crowd. And then it was Damian Priest hit a Falcon Zero through like some like tables like on like in the crowd. Like they were standing on like some production stuff. So Bad Bunny took a pretty big spot there. And then there was one point in the match where not Damon Priest. It was Bad Bunny. He was just going to town on with those candlesticks, and then we have Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio come out to help out Damian Priest, and then not too long after that we had Rey Mysterio come out to help try to like even out the odds and stuff. And then you hear some music playing. I got, wait, who is that? And it ended up being Carlito. So he came back here. So that was pretty cool. So trying to even out the odds even more for Bad Bunny here. So I was expecting Carlito to come out. That was pretty cool for him to see him on the show. As well as so we had the whole Judgment Day out there. We had Rey Mysterio out there beating up people. Carlito, he even has Apple spitting in the face, so I thought that was pretty cool. And was it Damian Priest? Or it was somebody they were trying to escape. I think it was Damian. But we had the rest of Legado del Fantasma, like Santos Escobar, and the rest of his guys come out to beat up on the Judgment Day. And then we even had Salvio Vega come out. He had a pretty nice roundhouse kick. Like, I'm pretty sure it was on Priest. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was on Priest. No, it wasn't on Priest, because Priest and Bad Bunny were still in the ring. No, it was like on Finn Balor. That's who was on. Or was it Dominic? I really can't remember that much. It was like on either on Finn Balor or was it Finn Balor or Dominic Mysterio? By the way, yeah, he gets like roundhouse kicked by Salvio Vega, and then meanwhile they go back to the ring, and not Damian Priest, it was Bad Bunny hit a pretty nice sliced bread, which Corey Graves was calling it a sliced bread numero dos, so that was pretty cool. Instead of the sliced bread number 2. And then Bad Bunny ends up hitting a Canadian Destroyer, or the Bunny Destroyer. That's what they were calling it. So it ends up hitting the Bunny Destroyer to win the match. So the winner match was Bad Bunny. And after the match, you had Bad Bunny, Salvio Vega, Rey Mysterio, Legado del Fantasma. They all celebrating in the ring. Carlito, they all had on their LWO t-shirts. The Latino World Order. I thought that was pretty cool. So it was just a great moment here. Like I said, this seemed like a match that this could end the show. I mean, that would have been amazing if like that was the way the show ended. I would have been fine. I would have been fine if the show ended that way. But yeah, great match. Probably the best match of the night, in my opinion. And then next we had was a 6-man tag team match. So we had Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn, the tag team champions, going up against the Bloodline, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Solo Sikoa. So this is where my energy of the show kind of started to like decline a little bit, and like this match kind of dragged on a little bit too long. This match nearly got like 22 minutes or so. This is kind of a cool down match after the match we just got between Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. But the crowd was still hot for this match as well. They're kind of still teasing that tension, like with the Bloodline, like with Solo Sikoa. How he has to do all the work for the Usos and stuff. There was one point in the match where he said a lot of near falls were in the 6-man tag team match. Yeah, there were quite a bit of near falls in this match. There were a lot of near falls in this match. Sami Zayn, he was doing great in this match. KO was doing great. Also X-Men did great in this match. The Usos were hitting a lot of super kicks throughout the match. They hit like a nice double super kick. I believe it was on Sami Zayn. He was doing the move off the top rope. And then they also did a super kick to the face. I tell you what, Kevin Owens, he just takes a lot of damage on these steel steps. Like, I believe it was Jimmy Uso threw Kevin Owens on like the steel steps, and like it looked like his back of his head hit the steps pretty hard. Yeah, Sammy, he took a lot of punishment in this match. And then like towards the end, basically, we had like we have some crazy stuff going on. We have the Usos; they ended up like super kicking each other. And then Solo, he tags himself. Well, no, Jay tags himself in because like he's like trash talking Sami Zayn, and Solo then ends up tagging himself back in. So we got some stuff breaking down with him, and then eventually we have like Solo Sikoa ends up grabbing Jey Uso, which I don't think he really meant to. He says Solo made the tag, but Riddle didn't. But yeah, Riddle didn't know exactly. Yeah, towards the end there of the match. Yeah, because Riddle he hit the floating bro. No, not the floating bro. Sorry, he hit the bro Derek on. It was one of the Usos. I believe it was Jey Uso. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was Jey Uso. Um, yeah, there was one point in the match where Solo looks like he was going to Samoan spike Jay. So, like I said, they're kind of planting the seeds with the bloodlines, ripples, between the bloodline, the breaking apart. But Solo didn't Samoan spike him. But yeah, so Riddle he hits the bro Derek, and then Solo comes in, does a mean Samoan spike to Matt Riddle, and ends up getting the 1, 2, 3. And so the winners of the match were the Bloodline. Which Solo after the match, he was kind of still pissed. He was upset. He was upset what was going on because he needs him to quit playing around and stuff, and he has to do all the work by himself. So like I said, we're still kind of getting that teased a little bit. I feel like the Usos are going to be turning on Roman and Solo. I feel like that's what's going to happen, or maybe Roman might send a hit out on Solo. Roman might send a hit out on the Usos, or maybe Jay. I don't know which one, but we'll see what happens though. Most definitely, we'll see what happens. But yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a solid match, but I feel like the match has kind of dried down a little too long, in my opinion. And then we had the main event. We had the Beast Incarnate going up against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. So we had Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes. Like I said, I feel like this match should have opened up the show, or should have been where the Bad Bunny and the Bad Bunny and Damon Priest match was, in my opinion. But this is one of your typical Brock Lesnar matches. I mean, we had Brock Lesnar still doing his entrance. Cody Rhodes, he ends up doing like a tope suicida through the ropes before the bell even rings. They start fighting ringside. We have some steel steps get thrown in the face of Brock Lesnar in the match. We even see a steel chair get brought out, and Cody just goes to town on Brock Lesnar with the steel chair. And eventually, they get into the ring, and the bell rings. Of course, Brock Lesnar hits like 8 German suplexes in the match. There was one point in the match where the turnbuckle. Well, here's what happened. So Cody Rhodes was like hanging on to a turnbuckle, and then Brock Lesnar ends up suplexing Cody, and the turnbuckle pad goes flying to the crowd. So someone got a free souvenir. So I thought that was pretty cool. How someone got a free turnbuckle pad. But yeah, the turnbuckle pad ends up coming off. And then later in the match, we have Brock Lesnar. He runs into the the turnbuckle, and he gets busted open. He has blood gushing down his face. We saw a lot of Cody cutters in this match. A lot of disaster kicks. Saw some. We saw some crossroads in this match. Like I said, this is another typical Brock Lesnar match. Saw some F5s. There really wasn't a lot of big moves that were going on in this match. But it looks like that Brock Lesnar was going to win the match. He had Cody Rhodes in the Kimura lock. But Cody Rhodes ends up like putting the weight of Brock Lesnar, and putting his shoulders onto the ground. Well, no, Cody Rhodes ends up putting his weight onto Brock Lesnar, and putting Brock's shoulders onto the ground. and getting the 1, 2, 3. So the winning match was Cody Rhodes. I don't really like how the match ended. That was a very anticlimactic way to end the match. Like it very seemed like a jobberish type of win for Cody Rhodes. I mean, they want to make Brock look strong, and they also want to have, Brock and Cody having their match at Night of Champions, which it's official. They're going to be having another match at Night of Champions. But yeah, I just don't like how the match ended that way. I wish the match would end some way better. Or like if they wanted to do that ending, they should have done it earlier in the night, not in the main event. I just don't like how it ended there. That was like some Vince type of booking there. But yeah, Cody Rhodes ended up winning the match, and that was Backlash for 2023. Said Brock Lesnar taking Cody Rhodes to Suplex City. Yeah, he most definitely took Cody Rhodes to Suplex City, which I wish that Brock Lesnar would have got the win here. And then they could, like I said, they could have done a rematch at Night Champions, which is official because they're trying to keep Cody away from that world title picture. Like they want him being part of the world title scene. So I understand. So they're getting another match out of Brock and Cody here at Night Champions, which I feel like is going to be the same way. Maybe they might make a hardcore match or something, like no disqualification. We'll see. But yeah, that was WWE Backlash for 2023. Overall, it's definitely a solid show. I really recommend checking the show out if you guys haven't already. Definitely the best match of the night was probably the Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. That was definitely match of the night, in my opinion. So yeah, like I said, that was my review. Feel free to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button because the more likes I get on this video, the more it helps out in the algorithm. Also, feel free to share the video. Share with all your friends and stuff, and go. Definitely do that. To get my channel out there more. And also, I'm on the road to 600 subscribers. So, like I said, subscribe. That your support really helps me out quite a bit. And also, go down in the comments, go down in the live chat. Let me know what videos you guys want to see coming up in the future here, because I like to listen to my fans and listen to what you guys want to see on my channel. And also, don't forget to turn on my notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. So, like I said, so you know when I'm making a new video. And some videos I got coming up for you guys. So I'm going to be doing some Judgment Day reviews because they used to be like May pay-per-views. So I'm going to be doing some retro reviews for that. As well as, I don't think I'm going to be doing it this weekend, but probably next weekend, I'm going to be doing some Night of Champions, like a Best of Night of Champions type of series. So we'll be doing a live stream for that. So you guys want to come on, watch some Night of Champions matches, definitely feel free to come on here and we'll watch some Night of Champions matches. But this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out, and I appreciate everybody in the live chat. Everything pro wrestling. Everybody in chat, I appreciate all of you guys. It really helps out. I really enjoy talking to you guys about professional wrestling. But yeah, this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. So see you guys later. Peace out, guys.